If you care about art and/or live in the Los Angeles area, then I have a message for you. Bergamot Station Arts Center, one of LA's last true cultural art hubs, is on the verge of being demolished, wiped off the map by its own owner, the city of Santa Monica. My name is Camille, and this is not about me. This is about waking up the larger community so that this erasure of culture doesn't continue to happen in silence. So let's get into it. Bergamot Station Arts Center is basically a collection of around 30 small businesses, most of which are fine art galleries. There's a performing arts nonprofit theater, comedy club, various public arts programs, and more, and the public gets to visit and experience a lot of it for free. There are almost no places like it in LA, not anywhere, not in the world. And it's been in Santa Monica for over 30 years. Many of the gallery tenants have been renting space there since the day that it opened in 1994. Some of the most important pieces in art history have passed through the gates of Bergamot in the last 30 years. And despite that, for the last decade, Santa Monica has been eyeing the plot for redevelopment. The city's plan for years was always to preserve the integrity of Bergamot Station staying an art center until recently. This past February, City Council legally reclassified the land as surplus under the California Surplus Land Act, which basically allows public land that's not being used for government purposes to be leased to private developers to build apartments. They're selling it to the highest paying bidder. So the city quietly reclassified Bergamot as surplus, as if this historic place, this literal cultural landmark, is excess, disposable, wasteful, surplus. That's just a slap in the face for the arts community as a whole. Yeah, if we lose culture, then we lose the thing that profit actually feeds on. A city's character is the exact thing that draws tourists to visit, people to live, and small businesses to thrive. Well, under the guise of affordable housing, the city is now, as of this month, calling on proposals from massive developers to lease this land and demolish Bergamot forever. Yes, we need affordable housing, and not all developers are bad, but let's be very clear here that while they're calling this a service for affordable housing, the truth is the city will be accepting proposals with as little as 20% designated affordable housing. What will the rest be? Well, market rate apartments, probably a gym, probably a $12 coffee shop or 3, and potentially no spaces for the galleries to return. The city says it's not even mandatory to provide new gallery spaces to the current tenants. They just put a small note in the agenda to explore the feasibility of it. So let's be real. This is not a public service for affordable housing. This is a developer's dream project. The interesting thing is, 12 years ago in 2013, Santa Monica City identified that they needed to prioritize culture, and they saw the significance of this unique landmark and believed in the investment of Bergamot. They released a gorgeous 270-page plan to reinvigorate, refresh, and rebuild Bergamot into a livable, huge, art-centered neighborhood with the main goal of preserving the galleries. On top of that, the city identifies something else very important. Sourcing U.S. Census data, they say that comparing Santa Monica to the top 20 creative cities in the U.S., Santa Monica has the highest concentration of creative workforce employees than any other city in the U.S. 9% of Santa Monica's workforce is in the creative industry sector, while the next highest is San Francisco at half of that. In all of these press releases, Santa Monica is essentially inviting new galleries to join Bergamot. They're saying, look at this shiny future that we're planning for you. Even going as far as creating a call from architects to submit concept designs for the new gallery spaces. And in this vision, the gallery tenants were valued. They had a real weighted say in how they believe the government should proceed with their ecosystem. But just a few years later, they've turned their back on the galleries. They decided that they were going to stop entertaining the value of culture, and they stopped listening. Santa Monica owns dozens of other parcels of land where this housing can go, places that don't involve steamrolling the cultural heart of the West Side. And as the caretakers and managers of this property, they've let the buildings decay. They've neglected maintenance, restrooms, security, parking, basically letting the structures rot so that they can point at it and say, well, it's falling apart, let's tear it up. All while collecting full premium market rent from loyal gallery tenants for years. And the poetic irony of it all, despite the city's neglect, the art continues. The community shows up, not because of the city, but because of the actual need for places like this to exist. I'll be talking with the tenants and the amazing group of people that have kept this place alive. And I will be naming names when it comes to who's pushing this erasure of culture forward. Help me ask the city if they're actually going to prioritize the integrity of the art landscape that Bergamot currently represents. And if not, then why are they fast tracking cultural demolition in a city that literally brands itself as arts forward? Because once it's gone, it's gone.